Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing on this cold, rainy day from Las Vegas? K-Pro's all bundled up, ready to make a snow angel. How you doing, K-Pro?
I'm great. I got my Alan's gonna be he might have a ponytail hat, but I have do you see that? Do you see that makes it
That's powder puff. What do you call that?
I don't know. And then
Yeah, I don't know either.
I got gloves, better gloves than him. We're going fishing tomorrow.
Oh, that sounds fun. All right. Hey, what's up, JK Pioneer? Hey, AJ said he had to work, but I don't know if that means he'll check it later. Hey, I got your message, Jeff. Thank you for bringing that. That should be fun. And once again, I plan on winning it. Okay, so tonight we wanted to talk about treasure hunts and what makes a good treasure hunt, because me and K-Pro are pretty close to finishing our newest grand adventure, which is what we call our treasure hunt. And there's a couple different ways we could go about it. So we kind of wanted to let the community vote. So for anybody that watches this after the fact, email me, cowlazars@gmail.com, and let me know.
Put it in the comments.
Yeah, or put it in the comments. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Mike? And put it in the comments. Yeah. Yeah, we've been getting some rain in Henderson, that's for sure. But first, before we get to the Treasure Hunting Amusement Park, there is a poker tournament going on this Sunday. Brad and Jana, Jay, Minnesota. You guys know Brad and Jana. They need a new scooter for Brad. So we thought we would do a fundraiser to try and get them some income. So everybody that's on my Zoom list, I emailed them. I emailed you tonight. It's about 200 people, and just said, here's the info. But for everybody else, hey, what's up, Loopy? Yeah, from Alaska, I bet. That's why I moved out of Michigan. I don't want to deal with it. So this Sunday on Poker Stars, we're going to do a fun little event, and I'm going to give you the details now. Basically, how it works is it's $20 to play. Poker Stars is free to register, free to play. But because we're raising this money for Brad and Jana, we're going to ask for a $20 donation. You don't have to pay in order to play. We're not going to make it private and password protected. So anybody can play, but only the people that put in the money are eligible for the payouts at the end. Okay. So it's $20 a noon Pacific time this Sunday on Poker Stars. There's a thank God for K-Pro and our PowerPoints, because we have one from the last time we did this on Poker Stars. I'm going to show you guys the info here. So check this out. Go through it at your own leisure after this video is done.
I'm going to be in Reno tomorrow, and it's going to be cold there.
So K-Pro won't be playing, so I can't knock her out of the tournament. But I do plan on winning it, just so everybody knows. Or I'll be the first one out. Noon on Sunday. I don't know where you'll be. You'll probably be on a plane. I don't know.
Okay.
Fiddlesticks, she says.
Fiddlesticks.
Okay, poker and searchers come together for Brad and Jana. So remember, email me, cowlazars@gmail.com. If you do pay the $20, you need to email me and say so, and then give me your account name on Poker Stars, because everybody's PayPal and email and YouTube sometimes doesn't match what's on Poker Stars. Sunday, December 12th. That is right. Yeah, so this Sunday, December 12th, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And if you've never been on Poker Stars before, it's very simple. This is how you do it. And again, I'm not going to go through all this. You guys read it. You'll see how it works. You sign up for an account on pokerstars.com. There's some software you download. It is on iOS devices. It's on laptops, all that fun stuff. Use your forum or blog handle if you can, if it's not taken. And then you join the TTOTC Poker Club. With COVID, a lot of people have been playing poker here on Poker Stars and the Thrill of the Chase community for over a year now. And they just get together and have fun and play for free. You're going to join the club. I don't know if this password is still good, the Blaze. If it's not, just email me. We'll work our way through it together. The tournament is not St. Jude. The tournament is Holiday Fun. Holiday Fun is what the one is
going to be. At least if you're going to plagiarize, can you at least update the old references? Come on.
I tried to right before we went live. Okay. What's up, Beefagetti? What's up, MS? So yeah, you just basically pokerstars.com. You go to download this. You go here to home games in the lower right. Once you have the software and you've made an account, you go to join a poker club. You want to join the club, and Nemo will admit you. Anybody that clicks on join, it won't be right away. You have to be admitted. If you're cool enough, you have to be admitted and let in. So Nemo will get that done before Sunday. And then once you're in, you're going to see up here, this is the poker club, 3468160. And once you're in, you go to schedule, and the tournament is called Holiday Fun, and you just register. for it. Holiday fun. It's
Now,
that
here's
easy.
the big thing, though. You
Mhm.
need to get enough chips for the rebuy. So when you first get in, it's 20 grand or 20,000 chips to get in. There's a free button. I think it's on one of these. There's a free chips in the upper right-hand corner after you get in. That replenishes like every 4 hours. So for the next, register like today, so then you can get enough chips to get the free rebuy.
Right. And that's it. Just confirm you're registered and click on the tournament. Remember, it's called Holiday Fun, and then it'll say registered right here, and that's how you know you're registered. Look for your name handle on the players list.
Are we playing Old Maid? Let's go for a walk. No, Texas Hold'em, baby, Texas Hold'em.
For fun, upload an image if you want to.
And that usually takes a day, guys, because they check them for inappropriateness. I have my frog or me or something, but just know that takes a day too. It's not all instant. Don't wait till the last minute.
And yes, make sure you click on free chips. Is it every 4 hours, 5 hours?
4 hours. Yeah.
Every 4 hours you get free chips. These are free chips. That's why they say play chips. But I think the tournament is 20 or 35,000 play chips in order to register. You'll see when you get in there.
Rebuy, that'll be 40 to 60, so you won't have enough. So make sure you get enough for the rebuy. Because you get one rebuy, right, Mike? Free.
Yeah, we're going to do an add-on and a rebuy. The $20 covers all that. It's not like you have to pay or anything. And depending how many people, so of the $20 donation, half is going to go to Brad and Jana, and the other half we're going to pay out. So if we get 100 people to play, that's $1,000 that'll be paid out, and that'll be $1,000 that'll go to Brad and Jana, which is awesome. So depending on the number of entrants is how many places, everybody will have that info. And heck, I'll probably go live on Sunday while we're playing or something and tell everybody how it's going. So anybody that wants to play, just send the $20 and then email me, and we'll work it out. We'll get you in, and we'll have some fun on Sunday with some poker.
Yeah, and you don't have to just donate 20. If you wanted to donate more, that's how much. 10 will go to the prize pool, and then everything else goes to Jana and Brad. So
yeah. You can you can donate extra, or you could also do it this way, and that
click friends, guys. So then there's no taxes and those kinds of things.
Of course, I can't find it.
Nomadic. I have. So Mike said to me when I was on with Ben last night. And Ben's like, so you're really going, right? And I'm like, yeah. So I hung up or I finished the live and Mike's like, are you really going? He's like, there's no way you drive 8 or 9 hours to turn around the next day. So I got a plane ticket. So there goes that.
Who's driving to Reno? Is Ben driving? And Ellen are driving? And you guys are crazy. All right.
So
J-Pro will be there waiting for you with a drink by a cozy fire.
I do have a rental car, so I won't be drinking until later. But I should be by noon tomorrow travel fishing with Alan. It's going to be super fun.
There it is. So what I was going to say, what I had to look up to make sure I had it right, is if you guys are like, I don't play poker, or I know I'm not going to make it Sunday or whatever, you guys can just donate right to Jana's PayPal account. Right there it is. Boom. Me Too, Minnesota. So if you want to send a donation directly to Brad and Jana, you can just send it to her PayPal account. Only send it to ours if you are in the poker tournament. That's the only thing I'm doing is handling the poker.
So now, so the latecomers. This is the hat that I just bought to be as cool as Alan when I meet him. And then, yes, I did get new glasses, and they actually work. I had some issues of getting a new pair of glasses. I now... they're bifocal things or progressive, whatever. So I'm adjusting to them. That is my adjustment today. So thank you. And then I have gloves and I have new little foot booty things.
She's ready.
I'm ready to go.
I want to see the snowball fight. So make sure is this what Monday's show going to be? This trip to Reno?
I hope
video and everything.
I hope we have.
What if you actually find it? What if you actually find a certificate or something? That'd be awesome, right?
Yeah.
All right. So there it is. There, if you're not in Reno, going on an adventure, play some poker and help out Brad and Jana. Okay. So let's go to the treasure hunting amusement park. We're not going to do Beacon Star tonight. Actually, I don't even know where Randy is. Where you been, Randy? He disappeared. We will get back to the Beacon Star. But me and K-Pro have a little treasure hunt that we're going to put out here in the next month or so. And we're just finalizing it now. And we thought, you know what? Let's talk to the community and see what they want to do, right? I mean, we can just do what we want to do.
We've done maybe 4 or 5 over the years. But
Grand adventures.
And Mike did them before Mike was Mike and K-Pro. And so we did a survey on the last one and we got some input. We had 125 or so people in it. And so we kind of knew, what to I don't know. I just think so much has evolved and happened, and there's many more to choose from that we want to make sure your voice is heard. So there you go.
That is cute. King Catcher Jim King says I opened 3 of my 10 J2J Johnny's Treasure Quest tins so far. I got 2 E's and an L Scrabble tile. Also got a 1964 quarter. Oh, that's some silver.
Nice.
So if you guys don't know, check out johnnystreasurequest.com and you will see what this is all about. Kind of a cool thing he's doing. We have some that are on the way, and we'll let you know what we're going to do with them once we get them.
You might see them on this channel as giveaways. It's a really cool idea. Johnny, and if you didn't know, Johnny has said some of the tins did not get the Scrabble letters in them, and so just message him. He'll buy them back. He'll get you the he'll make it right. He always does. He handles crisis management really well. I give him things are always going to happen, and he just handles it really well. So good for you, Johnny and Amy. You guys are like us. We're originators, and I know they're going big. This is still fun for us. So go ahead, Mike.
So Lou B says, will your hunt be a Vegas area hunt? And that's what we're going to talk about, because those are the questions, aren't they? And then Nomadic Madman brings up the Jiggle Bell Rock. Yeah, we're looking at it. Don't know yet, but we're looking at it. That's not hidden.
It's buried overnight, right? Or
tomorrow,
it's hidden
tomorrow
yeah.
night. Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So I came up with a handy little sheet. I want to ask you guys what you think about.
Oh,
let's go over.
I didn't know about this.
Okay, that's not going to work. Hang on. We got to do it this way. Yeah, and I wanted to get, and you guys comment what you think in the chat, but email me too. If you have a chance to look at this after the fact, email me and let me know what you think. So the Thrill of the Chase was the big one, right? A lot of us know each other from the Thrill of the Chase, Forrest Fenn's Thrill of the Chase. And that was a poem. It was a book, but really all you needed was the poem. It was a boots on the ground. $1 million, let's just say roughly, everything that was in that treasure chest. And we knew where it was in the 4 states. Now, the question I had is, why did that get so big? Well, I think it got so big because of who Forrest was. You know, he went on the Today Show. He did all the interviews. And then there's been controversy recently, but he talked to searchers, and his favorite thing, I think, was inviting searchers into his home to show his huge collection and the things in his vault. And people got to know him, and it just snowballed from there. But the other thing is he did engage with the community through his scrapbooks, right? We all wanted to hear Forrest stories, not scrapbooks. And everybody thought there was a hint, and maybe there was.
It was so big because it was $1 million. I mean, let's not be silly.
Yeah, but I guess my point is, if Forrest would have said, "Here's the book, here's $1 million," and we never heard from him again, if he was like a recluse, I don't think it would have got as big. If he wouldn't have went on the Today Show, if he wouldn't have talked to everybody, you know what I mean? He kind of drew people to him based on who he was and the stories he had. Yes, the $1 million was great. But if somebody else, like a company like Pepsi was going to do $1 million treasure hunt, I don't think it would have the same appeal as Forrest Fenn's Thrill of the Chase over the 10 years. Well, we aren't Forrest Fenn, and I'd say 99.9% of the community, the treasure hunt amusement park community, they don't have $1 million to hide. We definitely need some corporate sponsors for that. So what has people done? This is what people have done, and I've only listed some of them. There's a lot more, but we've got the Beacon Star, Mr. Randy Pischel. It's a book, right? It's obvious codes and puzzles. It is boots on the ground in Denver. We do know where this one is. It's Denver. And $5,500 roughly, plus that gold coin. And at least on this one, you knew where it was. So this one going into it, you know it's going to be Denver. So, you know, people on the East Coast, they may be turned off by that. They may be not like, yeah, it's not in my area. But the people that live in Colorado, maybe they're more inclined to buy it. So the first question I have for everybody is, if it is a boots on the ground hunt, would you want the search area narrowed? Would you want to know what city it's in? Would you want to know what state it's in? Or would you rather have it as somewhere within the 48 United States, like a lot of the treasure hunts do? What would you
see? And so I'm going to tell you my answer is, when these hunts start, I won't actually jump in until there's somewhat a consensus about where it is. Like Copper Dan's hunt, I think there's a consensus that it is in the Northeast right now, and that's where people are narrowing. Well, that tells me I'm going to check out. No offense to Copper Dan, because I think he runs a really awesome hunt, but it's cost prohibitive. I can't make on his last hunt. I couldn't make it there in time. This one isn't that issue, but the cost of getting there and then having to travel all the way back, that's a 4 or 5 hour flight. So for me, I want to know, I don't need to know the city. I just need to know the general area. The Rockies, that's a good example. The West.
Oh, okay. General area, Northwest, Southeast, or even
then I
East
know
Coast,
that I
West
can
Coast.
get
Okay.
right. I can get there, and if it's East Coast, I'm not going to participate. If it's somewhere on the west side of the country, I can get there within like tomorrow's plane trip. Within an hour, I'm good. Yeah. Do you see 3D Bronze's comment?
Yeah, whenever I participate in a hunt, I prefer to know exactly where it's at myself. And 3D Bronze, I put you on here as well. So okay, so it's helpful. So in other words, you you would rather buy into one where you know it's within travel of your area. You want to know you're kind of close, relatively close.
Right. And I'll get on a plane. I don't mind that. An hour trip on a plane, a 9 hour drive. As long as I'm within a day, I'm good. If I have 5 hours to go and hotels and this and that. Now, if I have family in that area, there's some exceptions to that. That's why I like to know, like if it's where my dad or my brother or somebody or your mom, we can make some exceptions. So.
And Alex points out on the Beacon Star, we didn't know until Randy confirmed it later on. When the book first came out, nobody even knew it was a treasure hunt. Randy's a little bit different. Randy hid a treasure hunt in a book and it just said, figure it out, people.
Well, Forrest only said north of Santa Fe at the beginning. And then he said the Rockies. Then he said the states. So it's similar. I think Forrest copied off of Randy. That's my personal thought.
And then we've got Xavier Mark and the Missing Masterpieces. It is a book. It is a boots on the ground, and it's 10K. And that book is like the opposite of the Beacon Star. That book has no obvious clues in it, and it's a kid's book, so there's not even that much
obvious clues, but there's not. You don't know what to do with them.
There's an obvious page where you're like, what now? And that one's 10K, so a little bit less than the Beacon Star, but the Beacon Star, it's in Denver, so it's kind of pros and cons, right? Xavier Marks, I don't know if there's a consensus on that, where in the U.S. that one might be. I haven't really talked to too many people on that one yet, to tell you the truth. And then we come to our old friend Copper Dan and the Troll Cache. Now his is a little bit different. It's not a book. It's just a story on a website, but there's a map and a coin. It also is boots on the ground. Gold coin plus silver plus emerald. And that one, people think it's Northwest, but I don't think anybody's really narrowed that down yet. So that's another one where it could be anywhere within the 48 states.
Well, so let me throw this out as you're going through these. To me, there is absolutely no comparison. And we've done several virtual hunts, but there is nothing like boots on the ground. There is nothing like tomorrow. The likelihood of us finding something is 10%. It's 10%. I'm looking to look down and go, Yahoo, this is so cool. There is nothing like that, even when you solve that aha moment on a virtual hunt. Getting out to the vastness and finding it, walking by that one U.S. treasure hunt bench, going to find the rock for Jingle Bell Rock and walking by it by 20 feet. And the thrill of the chase, the 3 or 4 different boots on the grounds that I went to, every time you have that rush and you have that crash. So for me, there's nothing in comparison of the two. Now, making an option of the two, that's or a mix between them, that's a possibility. So,
and then Copper Dan's is still out there, so he definitely beat his record and proved his point that he can make one difficult as well. But in all these so far, there's only one winner. And we saw that when Forrest Fenn's treasure was found, what a letdown that was for the rest of the community, that there can only be one. Beacon Star, Xavier Marks, Copper Dan, there's only going to be one person to find that proxy item, and then it's over. So then we come to Escape Warsaw, our friend Mike over in Indiana, and he did something a little bit different. His is actually a website. It's virtual. It's all from your computer, but he doesn't have one winner. He's actually paying 3 places. And the way he did it was it's a $30 buy-in, and half of it goes to the prize pool. And he hit his goal. He wanted 50 buy-ins minimum. And he says he hit it, and this is breaking news, although I don't have the soundboard. Currently, for escapewarsaw.com, first place is $780. Second place is $200. Third place is $100. And that's interesting, that even after somebody solves it, there's a second place and the third place. Somebody else can come behind and solve it. Yeah.
Let me ask you. So I'm the first place winner. I'm awesome. So then I tell you, And now you're the second place winner.
There is that. Yeah, there is that issue where you could get somebody that's kind of dishonest that would do that. That could tell a friend or
And
tell
my God,
somebody
we
else.
have a lot of shady people in this community. I mean,
right. But I mean, if you get 780 for first place, I guess somebody else could want the 200. The other thing is, what if you were working in a team and the team solves it, and then it becomes you get first place, somebody else gets second. So there are some issues with that. But Mike has decided to do it this way. He's done it a couple years in a row, so I don't think he's encountered that.
Well, and I could see there's a lot of honest people. Like if Sassy, Bobby, they come to mind. I earned it. You're going to need to earn it. I'm not giving you a thing. And they would be honest to it. I just know enough people that maybe really need that extra couple $100.
Yeah. Right. So anybody, escapewarsaw.com is the final puzzle will not even be released until tomorrow. And then it goes for another 4 or 5 days after that. Yeah. So anybody that's interested in working on puzzles that are online, I think they're pretty interesting. I've worked on a couple. I've solved a couple with some help with a friend. Jump on that. It's still out there, anybody's game, basically. Then there's the Jingle Bell Rock here in Vegas. We know where this is. This is here in Vegas. It's a radio station. Clues are on the radio. And it's 10K once again. And now, of course, me and K-Pro work on it because it's here where we live. Right. It's definitely a long shot. So
many of you out. Yeah. So many people are ruled out. Like when we're creating one, we're not thinking of the Jingle Bell Rock community, even though it'd be awesome if they, were a part of it. But to get to all of you, would you want a boots on the ground? I travel so much, you would have no idea if it's East Coast, West Coast, Reno, Raleigh.
Right. Even California. I mean, I'd love to go all the way like San Diego. And it's an excuse. In other words, for me, the treasure hunt is an excuse to go on a trip. An excuse to go out and explore and do whatever. Jingle Bell Rock is just a long shot because the clues are so hard. But regardless, that's a whole separate issue. And then we come to this guy called 3D Bronze. And 3D Bronze, much like Escape Warsaw, 3D Bronzes are online. Usually it's a PDF you download once you pay. There's an answer. There's a video that has a password that you have to input. And his prizes are various. You get some silver. You get one of his awesome boxes. This current one, though, which he's taking pre-orders, $200 plus a bunch of other things. But it's cool that he's got a $2 bills, $200 worth of $200 bills.
So this is the hard part I have with the structure of 3D Bronzes. Mm-hmm. And it's not him, it's just that structure, which a lot of them are. The issue that I see is I know there's people like the Bobbies out there that would literally do a Zoom for 24 hours when something came out, and they're super smart. So between the two, I think, somebody's going to solve it within a day. It hasn't happened. I think the only one that went only one day was Copper Dance.
And ours, and one of ours.
One of ours.
Yeah, one of ours got solved that quick.
Come on. Let me jab Copper Dance. We don't need to. Yeah. So, that's the issue that I have is I know who we're competing against. I know this community enough, and there's people that will work around the clock on it. So, yeah.
Well, what me and K-Pro were thinking, and this is what I want people's input on, is we were thinking to do a treasure hunt where it's both. It's a boots on the ground, but it's also a virtual. It's both. There's a series of puzzles that you can solve, and there's prizes for whoever solves them online. But at the end, there's a boots on the ground component where you've got to go retrieve a proxy item for the prize. And I just like the idea. I like the idea that Escape Warsaw has 3 different winners. I like the idea that there's more than one winner because sometimes you're right there and you just missed it. But instead of it being over, there's a chance for a second place. So I like the idea of multiple winners. They're going to be different prizes, but I like the idea of multiple winners. Plus, I like the idea of boots on the ground and online. So everybody can participate. Everybody has a chance. Copper Dan says, don't make me come over there.
Adam, I do want to talk about Endgame. I did ask Mike and I sent it to Mike. We'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah, we will.
I have some thoughts on that. Both videos.
And let's bring that up right now. So here's the other thing. When you put out something like Endgame or like Beacon Star, when you have no idea who put it out, you don't know what the prize is. You don't even know if it's legit. It's fun to work on, but I don't really consider it a treasure hunt until it's revealed what those things are. It's just a puzzle. It's a mystery. It's an internet mystery on YouTube is all it is.
So right now that's where I'm putting that, but it's obviously somebody in the Fen community, in my opinion. And the reason I say that is obviously it said for the Forest Fen community. And there was some discussion today on different YouTube channels about it. And then there were hints and clues given out within the day. So they're already giving out hints and clues. I don't like that. I learned the hard way. Copper Dan learned the hard way. We've all learned the hard way. Don't give hints and clues out. Adam, this is my hat for Reno. Isn't it cute? I had to go over it 3 times. That is why I went and got I have gloves. I have everything.
Got new glasses. She's just all set. New
glasses. Yeah.
DB
but
Cooper.
I'm seeing Adam tomorrow with this cute little hat. Okay.
Yeah, Adam points out a good point. Some are going nuts over it, talking like it's linked to Forrest Fenn. Why? Yeah, I don't understand why either until somebody's got to give some proof.
So for me, so here's my answer. Just like when Tumble Bear Load came, we were really excited about that. These are the people that there's a vacuum, and maybe they have felt it even more than some, how desperate they are to latch onto something. If this is exciting, that's awesome. They're finding, people are making fun of me and Ben and Alan for being excited about DB Cooper and ha ha ha. We're not so much to go over and fly in somewhere. Yeah, we are. But if this is their like new happy, that's awesome. Do I think there's enough evidence there? No. Do I think that this is more emotion-based, and especially with all of the negative that's been going on, this is a way to grasp onto a little bit of happy. I don't know who's working on it. I don't know. I talked to Ben on the phone just a little bit ago and asked him if he had seen it. And he said, yeah, he did see it. So I think it's just something for someone. Some people are so not happy about DB Cooper talk. And this is going to be fun for them. Do I think there's a big old prize? I don't have enough information. So I don't know. I think people want it to be linked so bad, see things that aren't there. There's zero evidence. That's exactly. There's just not like Mike said, I asked him to start working on the cipher, and he's like, until we know this is something more. Yeah. Who was that one guy that we went out to Catalina Island?
Mr. Clue.
Mr. Clue. The cool part about Mr. Clue is he started his first hunt, and he started getting a reputation because his first hunt was out there. The person got paid. People were very skeptical because it was a handle. This isn't even a hand. This is,
It's, in other words, these treasure hunts, that's how much time and how much money do you want to spend into it? I would rather work on a known treasure hunt where I know what the prize is than just this. I call it an internet mystery. That's all it is at this point.
Yeah.
And then, but MS says, I don't play for the prizes. Earlier, he said, I don't care what the prize is. I just like to solve puzzles. So there's that consideration too. Everybody has got their own choice.
Yeah. So does it matter if there's a prize? That's a great question. So when you think about getting a pool of people interested in your hunt, does the prize matter? To me, it is a factor. And a lot of people said, I won't do a hunt for under 10 grand. If it's not in my exact area, because then the travel costs make it cost prohibitive. Right. So for me, the prize is absolutely worth it. My time is worth it. Just because if you think about it, there's so many hunts out there right now. There's probably 5 or 10 hunts going all around the country. So for most people, the prize matters. But your DB trip might not have a prize. Right. But that the possibility that it does have a prize and you attach everything else to it, I believe there's a tie to Forrest Fenn. There's enough evidence for me to say it's more likely than not. Not 100%. I wish we had that smoking gun. This would, Are you bundled up to go hunting tonight?
She thinks you're going for the Jingle Bell Rock. It's not out yet. You know that.
Yeah, it doesn't. I leave in the morning for Reno. I'm hoping it's still there. I actually don't have a spot yet for Jingle Bell Rock. I've been looking at everything, and it's just not.
Yeah. Jingle Bell Rock, there's some things that come to mind, and I'm like, it's never that easy. They always do these double meetings, so that can't be it. But then maybe one year they make it that easy. I don't know. So no, we've been looking at the Jingle Bell Rock clues, but we don't have any plans to go look for it yet. 3D Bronze with the super chat. Ching. It says, oh, okay, pro, excuses. $100 $2 bills, $100 Visa, ha ha ha, the book, a silver coin, a 3D chest, and more to come. Nothing K-Pro couldn't solve with some effort. It does bother me that I didn't solve the last one, 3D Bronze, because you kept saying you don't those numbers.
Last one, but there was and I do have to say, there was one video that Mike did on a Grand Adventure, and it made everybody like it was the first one, and
it was hard,
yeah, and so everybody went. I got to tell you, 3D Bronze, the one that you did where it like moved every second to a different number or whatever. that just pissed me off. That just made me mad. I wasn't happy. So I like your story. That story was short enough. It was great. It was perfect. That piece on that, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay.
So, and that's the other thing is cost. How much would people buy in? 3D bronze. What's the new cost? 3D bronze. I know you had a sale for pre-orders, but after it comes out, what are you charging? Because normally you only charge $10, but I think you're going a little bit higher on this one. Like the Thrill of the Chase.
Yeah.
What's that? 18? Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
I mean, the Thrill of the Chase was what, a $36 book from the Collector Works bookstore. Now you didn't have to have the book, but the poem was free. But it was tied in.
Did you have to have 10 books like me?
Right. The Beacon Star is $7 on Amazon. Xavier Marks is like $24.99, somewhere around there. Copper Dance Troll Cash is like $35, but you get an awesome coin, to go with it. Escape Warsaw is $30. So where's the sweet spot? Because when me and K-Pro do one, we are going to charge for it. I'm not even going to get into the it should be free people. But $20 to $30, somewhere in there. I mean, does that sound? Because it funds the prize pool. Some of it should fund the prize pool, I think. It's like the Beacon Star has $1 going to the prize pool for every book sold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't need the videos, 3D Brown says. Yeah. So. Okay. Yeah, I think $20 is really, who doesn't have a $20 bill if they couldn't, throw at something.
Well, that's like a night out of entertainment. Right. I think there was, I think we've tried 20. I think we've tried 50, or some of the hunts did. And we got, there was a significant drop off. We said, how much are you willing? And that was free, 10, 20, 50, 100 up from there. And people kind of dropped off after the 20, which was interesting. That's like a psychological piece of, that's like a night out, $20, not a big deal over that.
Right. Yeah. So I hope we could actually, it's a good idea, I think, would be to drop it on January 1, midnight. The first treasure hunt of 2022. Maybe. We'll see. It's just an idea. $20 is a night out.
So now let's get into the nuts and bolts of things. You guys know I won't work on anything that's cipher heavy. I think Copper Dan's, I think, has some cipher-ish things. I don't think it's heavy, or he has said it's not heavy like Caesar cipher with 2 keys, and then you have to put it backwards, and then you have to jump on your foot on the left and then the right. That doesn't have all that. It's just, a shift cipher or something like that. Mike is the cipher guru of the universe, like a lot of you guys are. Will you work on a hunt like that?
Yeah, but mine aren't hard, put it that way. Or I will say this, thanks JVR Princess, we hope you do play. I've learned my lessons to not make them too hard. So what I'm saying is this one, they won't be that hard. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Copper Dan says, I think if you have a good reputation of producing a good treasure hunt, you can probably charge a higher dollar to get in. That's true. Yeah. It's just like this end game. I don't know who it is. I don't know what they're trying. I don't know if it's a scam. So
and now that Copper Dan's not only doing, I love that and I know we're supposed to get the poster to put up. I like to have commemorative things, coins, those sorts of things. We got the
poster, Dan. Thanks. We got it. Cool. It's over here.
And those are the kind of things I like to be a part of. And you're right, building it time over time. I know Copper Dan had, and some other originators weren't very happy about it. They're like, well, how could he get 100 sales in a day? Well, he's showing the quality. This wasn't done in a couple of hours. He really put in the foresight to it, and he makes stuff right. When
Ellie's got a good point. I prefer riddles, but don't mind ciphers. That's another good thing is riddles, like wordplay and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, that's me.
For sure. And the other thing is if you play our Grand Adventure, this newest one, K-Pro's done part of it, and I've done part of it. So you're going to get a little mixture of both. If you're good at one, maybe you're good at the other, that kind of stuff.
So, and it's more like Mike's going to go light on what he knows because he's learned doing the advanced ciphers rules a lot of people out. I'm going to go a little bit more like I can't do just imagination. I'm finding with some of these hunts, I've looked at a couple of them and they're like, it's only imagination. I was thinking, I got nothing. I'm not in your mind, and there's no points to things because we don't want to do hits. Yeah.
Now, Ian says, so if I hit $10,000 in Colorado and only use the Thrill of the Chase, you wouldn't take part? Oh, I would. If I believe that's what you did. You know what I mean? If I believe that you actually did it and it's out there to find, I would take part because that would be fun. Especially if it's Thrill of the Chase related.
So if it's in Colorado, I have an excuse to go see my brother and my nieces and nephews. So that would work for me. But if it was in, let's say, Connecticut, Probably not. I could probably work on it a little bit to get one trip to maybe go see Shannon and Dark and a few other people. But for the most part, that would be way far. And I don't know. I don't have the bearings on that area. You put it in North Carolina, I'm there more than half the time. So I could, so it's really dependent. I agree with you though, Mike and Copper Dan. I think it also depends on if you're building up a reputation. So like Johnny, I was kind of skeptic. And when he handled a couple of his boo-boos so well and he's gone so big, I just went in on his stuff just because, I mean, he's a good guy, but he's on the other side of the universe to us. So
Backer Jack's pancakes. So they're already talking about where are you going to go look for the Jingle Bell Rock this year? It's funny. I'll be out there eventually. I'll be out there. I think we'll see. You never know when somebody's going to find the Jingle Bell Rock. So yeah, me and K-Pro, what we're thinking about doing, this is what we want your feedback on. It's a boots on the ground, but there's also an online component. And that way there can be multiple winners of different prizes. Okay. Whatever the buy-in is, half of it would go to the prize pool. All right. Kind of like what Escape Warsaw is doing. You don't like that one?
I like the idea. Well, like what we're doing for Jana, I like the idea, but I don't know if any of I think we have enough silver and other things around that we have coin collections. We have stuff that we could use. I think a cash prize is nice and all, kind of like what 3D Bronze is doing. Here's some $2 cash, but here is some cool stuff.
Items.
I think the cool stuff. I like the items.
Okay.
One of my, and so many of you did a great job on our wedding gifts, but one of the most fun wedding gifts that we got, JBR Princess is in the room. She created a treasure chest full of just so many random things. Some of them were less in monetary, but some of them were high. It was like, it was a treasure hunt looking through it. It was so cool. And that's what I think would be fun. Who was it? Professor F. He had such a great display of how he did it. I want to do something like that. That would be awesome.
Well, then we're still, and again, you guys will have all the details before we release this. You guys will know what the prize is. You'll have the details. But we just wanted to get people's opinion. Boots on the ground, online, multiple winners versus one winner, the buy-in. Hey, thanks, JBR Princess. We appreciate that. And not advanced ciphers, but maybe more logic puzzles. I like what Ellie Athens said, which was logic puzzles are cool. Maybe not so much ciphers. And I agree with that. And I would say this one is tailored more to that for sure. And then, of course, JK Pioneer says, I like silver and gold. Silver and gold is always the best, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we can do.
It could be certain coins, and we have coin collect. I mean, it doesn't, even if it's silver, if it's a 1964 silver dime, that's even cooler when it has the numismatic value. Numismatic. Yeah. And I know some of you like to, I mean, there was a group that got together that says we just want to prove that K-Pro can't put a hunt together that we can't solve quickly. Yeah.
And there's that fun back and forth, I think, that we have with the community. But there's also some things we're not going to do. And we're not going to give out hints or secrets or all that. Anything that we put out would be through the YouTube channel. The treasure hunt would be YouTube based. That's what you guys are watching us on right now. It would be YouTube videos.
Yeah.
You solve those and it could lead you somewhere, real location, boots on the ground. It could lead you, we could do a password protected video like 3D Bronze does or Escape Warsaw. It could be where you email me and, those different things that we're looking at. So through the YouTube channel is how we would, it won't be a book. In other words, it won't be a PDF. It would be YouTube videos. And then everything would be in that YouTube video. So there wouldn't be like, I got to go to Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, etc. That kind of thing. Let's all remember we're here to have fun. Hopefully we can put the drama behind us. And that's the other thing I was going to bring up. Thanks for the super chat, Dan. And that is we don't want to cause drama. So there wouldn't be any, if there was any Zooms, we wouldn't take part of them. I may listen in, but we definitely would not engage. I think it's fun to provide a place where you guys can come together and discuss our hunt. That's kind of fun. I think that's one of the reasons it got solved so quickly last time, because we did provide that for everybody. And there's some very good treasure hunting people out there. But
I said this just to comment about the drama. A lot of people sent me stuff yesterday because there was a bunch of shit. If you don't read it and you don't participate, there is no drama, Dan. I'm in the no drama zone because I literally don't know what's happening. When you don't have any knowledge of it, you don't participate because you don't. I did, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I had our own issue on our Facebook page. There was a comment that was not inclusive to all of our very diverse population of searchers. And I took a very hard stance of you can get off of our site if you are not inclusive and you don't include diversity in your public posts. So that is the only thing that I will say. That drama existed and I will stand by it. But other than that, I literally don't know what's happening. And I had to actually unsubscribe because I will and block, because otherwise I will see all of the comments and I'll talk to them and I'll think about them. That's the only way that I am going to get through this. Okay.
And the other thing that I like is I like having a leaderboard. I like knowing how many people have bought in, and I like knowing if there's a multi-stage, multi-prizes, multi-stage, who is it that was first, that solved the first thing first?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I like
what do you guys think about that in the chat room? Do you want to know, like, there's 10 parts to this and Sassy's on 6 and you're on 1. Wonk, wonk. Or, I use Sassy just because she's so damn smart.
But wouldn't you want to know where other people are? I guess you're saying it would discourage people, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we have to think that through. How would that work? Or could it be the first person that solves something that unlocks it for everybody else? Everybody is now up to that point.
Or no, how about, okay, let me give you a counter to that.
Yeah.
If you unlock it, then in 48 hours it'll be unlocked for everybody else.
There's a countdown.
There should be excuse me, there should be an advantage for solving it first.
Yeah, I gotcha. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that there's the countdown that everybody gets up to speed. Yeah. Okay, let me think that one over and see if we can incorporate all these into our newest grand adventure.
Well, what do you guys think of the boots on the ground? Does it need to be boots on the ground, especially if it's not $1 million hunt? I think we could have some fun just because I do travel so much. We have some places in mind all around this country. But then would we need to put out the general region? Or is it okay that it would be, if you solve the virtual side of it, you win this much, but if you go boots on the ground and actually get it, you win more. So U.S. Treasure Hunt did that, right?
You had to go retrieve it for them. Yeah, you had to go retrieve it.
Oh, look at Copper Dan's comment. That's kind of clever.
How about you solve it first, you get the final part of the puzzle released to you ahead of everybody else? Now, that's interesting. Yeah, in other words, you get something, some kind of reward, or you actually win some kind of a prize for being the first one to solve something. Yeah, that's cool, Dan. I have to think about that. Jingle Bell Rock. Yes, our friend Decal has a website. Jinglebellrock.info gives you all the information you need on the Las Vegas 96.3 KKLZ $10,000 treasure hunt going on right now. I will
go boots on the ground for anybody that wants me to. And, I want
for Jingle Bell Rock. Oh, yeah. Jingle Bell Rock. Give us your ideas. A couple people reached out last year. I don't think anybody was right, but they reached out and said, I think it's this. It's interesting to see everybody's take on the clues.
And I walked by it, and Princess, or JBR Princess, she picked it up for a second time, twice. And I've walked by two.
Czar remembers more rake is better. We're not going down that road again this time. It's different.
You never know. Don't give hints. You never know.
Yes, it's always, well, actually, Adam, it's in Clark County. And if you look on a map, Clark County is it goes from Laughlin to Mesquite to almost to Pahrump.
But they've never done it. It's usually outside of the strip area. But it's in like a
Clark County, Nevada, Adam. Yeah, Clark County, Nevada. So, okay. Thanks, guys. And again, if you guys think this through and think what you would like to see, I don't know if there's ever been a treasure hunt where they're taking the feedback of the community to actually design it. Email me or email KPro, and we'll kind of compile them all. And we've already got an idea of what we're going to do in mind. We've already put some of it together. So we'll come up with the details and the prize, and we'll let you guys know the release date. And we hope that you guys play. We hope you have fun. And we hope that everybody we've supported over the last few years would support us in this treasure hunt. Yeah, Adam says 10K is a decent prize. Definitely. 10K is a huge prize, in my opinion. That's, it's a lot. So, yeah, that's all. We just wanted to know what everybody thought about why you go to the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. What is fun for you? Some people, it's just the puzzles, not the prize. Some people, it's the thrill of the chase of going and finding it boots on the ground, like you said, K-Pro. Yeah, there's a lot of different reasons.
And there's some people that want to be on that leaderboard. The recognition portion, we've seen that through the end of the thrill of the chase. Some people, I solved it first, or I solved this portion first. So you might be right, Mike, to have like a leaderboard of such and such finished. Maybe we could have little mini prizes. So like if you finish part 1, let's say there's 10 parts. If you finish
that's
part
what I
1,
meant. Mini
you
prize.
could have one of those little prizes and pick from them. And
it may not be certain names. It may not be so and so. It could just be 5 people who solved part 1, 2 people have solved. It could just be the number to know where you're at. Maybe it's just an idea at this point.
Yeah, JBR says you actually have to live in Clark County. That was a concern when I was living
Clark County
full time. I didn't have a residence here. I'm like, ooh, what if I find it? And then I'm in Clark County because I was 20 feet away from it. Walked right by it.
All right. I think that's it. I think we've given ourselves some things to think over, K-Pro. Yeah. So we're definitely going to have to brainstorm and incorporate some of these things. And hopefully it'll be a cool hunt for 2022 for everybody.
Yeah, I do like the idea of January 1st, but
at midnight, New Year's Eve, midnight. Yeah.
Okay, you got your part done. I got my part done, but we got to get the end part done.
Oh, we will.
Speaking of end part, do we want to talk about end game? See what I did there?
Oh, yeah. For anybody that doesn't know, there is a series of videos on YouTube called End Game, and it seems like it's a treasure hunt of some kind, or at least it's a. Davio keeps saying if you see all the End Game videos.
There's 2, right? Davios, there are more than 2.
There might be more. They've released.
So there was one that was released, I think, sometime overnight, and then last night, and then this morning people were talking about it. But the things they talked about, this is what, from I understand, the people that were talking about it, the person did a follow-up video, so they're already giving hints within a day. So I wondered, and there's no information on who they are or what the prize is.
Yeah, I mean, here it is if anybody's interested.
Yeah, there's 2 videos. Yeah.
Yeah, they put out 2 videos. End Game, End Space Game is the name of the YouTube channel. And that's it. They created the YouTube channel today, just today. Yeah. So you just play, watch them at your own risk, solve them at your own risk.
And I hope I'm not letting the kitty cat out of the bag. When I asked Ben, I said, so there's 2 ciphery looking things. Mm-hmm. And the first ciphery looking thing is in the description, and it is literally the poem. That has already been cracked. And then there's one at the end that's a PS.
So you're saying this has already been solved right here?
Yes.
Gotcha.
And that is the poem. So however it was cracked. This is just what Ben told me. And Ben, tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you're in here. And then the other one was he gave it to his friend, and his friend cracked it. And it basically says, you don't need a computer. You just need, your imagination, basically. And I'm summarizing. Talk to Ben. You could ask Warriors. I'll be seeing him tomorrow, and Ashley.
And there's the link if anybody wants to check it out. And like we say, just do it at your own risk. JK Pioneer says, what was the picture of the coins that Ben showed today? I don't know. Did you watch Ben's show? He showed some coins.
Oh, yeah. That's actually on Facebook somewhere. There, from one of the scrapbooks, there's a coin, and we don't know who's on the front of it. I have not looked into it. I can tell you the ones that were on Forrest's desk, they were Sacagawea. So that,
I never got one. Sad one.
It was Jason Denton and I that got them. Sorry, honey. It was before I knew you. It was So he gave us each one, and he's like, I really want to do a kids hunt. That's what he wanted us to think about. And it was Sacagawea and all of that. So that coin being not Sacagawea, I can tell you on Forrest's desk was all the Sacagawea. So that was either photoshopped or specifically placed for a reason. Some people say it's Nixon. You guys already know we're going to Nixon tomorrow. So some people believe that that's associated, is that they're starting to look back into these scrapbooks, which is getting interesting.
And talking about treasure hunts, World Series of Fen is just a few short months away. February 5th, everybody. February 5th. Get to Vegas. Get to Bally's, Las Vegas Hotel and Casino. We're going to be there. We're going to be talking about all these treasure hunts. And hopefully ours is going on. And we can talk about that too. So.
Yeah, hopefully it's not solved by then. So, and if you guys don't know Ben and Ashley, they're going to have an engagement party, and we're going to put it officially on the agenda. So a wedding last year, an engagement party this year. Everyone's invited. Lots of people coming. And so we're really, really excited about it. We'll do some more follow-up videos just to get the word out. But yeah, it's looking pretty darn cool that the number of people that I think they just want some answers and think if they're sitting and talking Chase, they're going to talk Chase and they're going to, maybe they'll be discussing whatever this is. Maybe we'll have some updates for the whole community. You never know. You never know. Jack, you're invited. Shiloh, you're invited. Everyone,
Everybody's invited. Everybody's invited.
Yeah.
We do have some breaking news. Give me a minute to get it up.
Uh-oh.
Boop, 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 boop. And that is not everybody has PayPal, right? So there has been a GoFundMe set up for Brad and Jana. So I'm going to put the link right in the chat right here. So that's another way you can donate. And just, let me see, did that work? I believe that worked. So yeah, there it is. And that was set up for her. They didn't do it themselves. She's like, I'm new to all this. And she's kind of overwhelmed everybody. So if you can help. If you want to play some poker and have some fun, give $20. And there it is. We try and help out those we can. So there we go.
Nice.
All right, everybody. I think that's it. Thanks for giving us your info. Your opinion, your feedback. And email us. Email us both. And let us know what you think. If you have some time to think over what treasure hunt you would like to see. We know everybody would like to see $1 million treasure hunt, but not everybody is going to make that happen. So be realistic in what you want to see. But something that's fun, something that gets people involved, something where there's some competition, I think would be fun, especially in this crazy community that we have. And hopefully we'll have it ready by January 1. We'll see if we can make that happen.
Pretty cool. And this weekend I'm going to be going live at different times because
up in Reno,
Alan, Kelly, and Ashley, and then I'm going to see them again. It's just going to be a fun time. So we're going to see how it goes.
Right. That's pretty much it. Let me do that. Let me do that. Let me do this. Yeah, there it is, everybody. If you are playing in the poker tournament Sunday, make sure you email me, okay? I got to know who you are in order for you to be involved in the fun. Okay, thanks, everybody. I'm sure Monday night show will be all about the trip to Reno. You never know what else might come up. So
never know. You never.
April may go live. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you thumbs up the video. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a good one.